This video is about the post boxes dotted in and around London and throughout the UK. Officially, they're known as pillar boxes, and they have a Royal Cipher, which is the insignia of the reigning monarch at the time the box was made. Now, if you look at this one, this is Queen Elizabeth II, and these are the most prevalent in town, dating from 1952 to the present. So going backwards from the present, this would be the cipher for King George VI, the father of Queen Elizabeth. He was king 1936 to 1952. All right, up next is King Edward VIII. He was the brother of King George VI. He abdicated the throne after only 10.5 months. So these are very difficult to find with a Roman numeral 8 for Edward. He was king in 1936, and there were very few of these boxes made. This one's kind of unique, and it has like an extension that was added on, looks like afterwards, that square box you see off to the back there. And unfortunately, this is a poor example for this cipher. It's got graffiti all over it, but they're so hard to find. I don't know of any other ones in London besides this one. Perhaps there are, but I just don't know where they are. This one is very easy to date. It's definitely 1936. There's no date range about it since he was king only in 1936. Some of the older ones are unmarked, and I'll get to that in a moment. But the first one that had the Royal Cipher on it was starting with Queen Victoria. So they go back quite a ways. This one's located on Elliot Road in North London. All right, up next we have King George V. He was king from 1910 to 1936. You'll notice this one doesn't have any Roman numerals. Some do and some don't for King George V, I've noticed. It's easy to spot the Royal Cipher difference between him and his son. The font is regular block style, and King George VI was a little bit fancier on the style of writing. He was the father of Edward VIII and King George VI. And here we have Edward VII. He was the son of Queen Victoria, father of King George V. This poorly restored, you can see the paint on the back, version of this pillar box would be from 1901 to 1910, from the period that he was king. And the last example I have with a Royal Cipher on it is this one. This one is for Queen Victoria. She was queen from 1837 to 1901. And this is a double aperture box. You'll see quite a few more single aperture boxes as you go around town. There's also some of the square post boxes as well that are sometimes embedded into walls and mounted to posts. And lastly, we have a box that is known as an anonymous box. It has no Royal Cipher. This one's quite old. It was a post box once, but now it's a donation box in front of a museum. Has no Royal Cipher at all. All right, this has been my video on Royal Ciphers. Thanks for watching.